So, Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. Best Premier League performance of the season.
Class.
Away to a team that haven't won a game all season. Potential banana skin, but we dealt with it with consummate ease. And as soon as we got that first goal, we knew what was coming. And it could have been 5 or 6. Smith Rowe had a couple of chances. Our goalkeeper could have had a cigar on the go. Kenny, some great performers today. I don't think we can take a single negative out of that performance, really.
No,
and we're very critical of the team, all three of us. But give us your little breakdown, mate.
Constructively, not destructively, constructively. Let's get that one out. But, the fact is we play fantastic. As soon as we scored the first goal, we took complete control of the game, completely strangled them, broke their hearts. I thought JEZ'S was fantastic today. Saka was brilliant today. Mino goal was brilliant today, and Havertz scored. Hopefully there's more to come from the lad. But, you've got to go to these grounds and, like I said, flex your muscles a bit. We didn't expect to see certain players to play today. But you know what? It's what you've got to do. Get the points in and be professional. Because right now, we've got our biggest game of the season this Tuesday. You know what's the biggest game of the season? It's the next game.
Exactly.
Yep, facts. Jez, for anyone who ain't seen your fan cam, I know you're going live. So as soon as this gets posted, straight to Arsenal history and more, to his live stream. Give us your little breakdown for anyone who ain't seen your fan cam, mate.
Yeah, great performance today. Nobody really disappointed. A couple of players maybe could have done a little bit better, but I'll give them license. It's great to get a 4-0 win away at Bournemouth, because basically we have fallen down at that ground on a couple of occasions, and we got away with a great result today. And I have to applaud Arteta for actually doing the right thing today, putting the players in the right place. And he timely did some substitutions at the correct point in the game. I wished he'd taken Saka off slightly earlier. It looks like he's now injured, which we don't need going into the Lons game and City up next. I'm really happy about it, man. It's great to watch. Loved it. And on to more.
Yeah, man. They had one shot on target, and that was down to great defending from Arsenal. But let's get straight into ratings. You know how this works, people. If you don't like the ratings, cry. We're back on Tuesday after Lons. Leave yours in the comments. Let's go to David Raya. Like I said, could have had a cigar on the go, Kenny. Made a very good save from a scuffed effort in the 47th minute or whatever it was in the first half. If the guy catches it clean, it's probably a goal, but he didn't spill it. Commanded his box. Distribution level was decent. What did you make of it, mate?
I'm going to give David Raya a 6. Thank God we have him in goal. I was furious when he wasn't selected for the Crystal Palace game. But I suppose when you deselect someone, you do it gradually. You don't just do it like that. But I can tell you one thing: thank God we got him. Proper number one, plays the kind of football that we need to play. Can start moves from the back. Aaron can't do it. Number one, no dispute. Stop crying, Aaron Ramsdale fans. It's over. Let it go.
Yep, let's move on. Benjamin White, Jez, started slow, got skinned a few times, but ultimately got better throughout the game and scored a cracking header.
Absolutely. I thought, I totally agree with you. I thought the first 25, little bit lackluster, but certainly grew into the game. Can't fault him on that one. Lovely, well taken header. Luke, the keeper, you can't deny it. I will give him an 7.
Opposite side, Alexander Zinchenko, very scathing, all three of us at this guy since he's been here. Today was one of his best games, in my opinion. What do you make of it, Kenny?
Zinchenko, again, gives us control in midfield. Sometimes I think people like myself have to put our hands up and say, you know what, we got it wrong when we were critical of his presence aside, because we're massive, like Kieran Tierney fans. I am anyway. And he deserves his place. Again, when we play well, it's a consequence of his presence in the team. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Let's go to centre back. Gabriel Magalhaes, Jez.
Absolute class, I thought. Absolute class. This guy gets better and better and better. Didn't really do anything wrong today at all. And he gets an absolute bang top 7 for me.
His partner in crime, William Saliba.
Well, I don't know. I suppose we say it's well worth the wait. We waited for a long time for them to play together. And, and they haven't disappointed. That is a solid partnership. Only Arteta knows why he broke it up. Clearly, maybe Partey is one of his favourites. Maybe Benjamin White's one of his favourites. I don't know. But never, ever, ever break this team up. If you want to drop your favourite players, by all means, drop them. But don't break this one up. I'm going to give Saliba a 7 as well.
Absolutely.
Let's go into midfield. I thought he was class. Yeah. I personally gave Bukayo Saka man of the match based off of the fact he was doing charity work today. But Declan Rice, Jez, as a shout for man of the match, I thought he was superb today.
Absolutely. My man of the match all day long. He was just so commanding. He was so calm. He was giving direction to back at times in midfield. He was saying, look, calm it down. And he was like directing players to where to pass the ball, sometimes back to Raya, back to Gabriel. He was very influential in midfield with Zinchenko. My man of the match all day long, and I'm giving him a 9.
Martin Odegaard, captain, leader, scored a great penalty, side netting. Whenever you score a penalty that hits the side netting, you know you took a good penalty. And he had big balls to take that penalty because Bukayo Saka stood over that for about a minute and a half and then put it on him. And it was like, bro, you've just stuck it on him pressure-wise. Don't like the run-up, but ultimately, Kenny, captain performance today.
You know what? He had a good game today. Like I said, a fantastic ball for the first goal that Saka put in the net. And, all-round game. I'm just, he was involved in the 4th goal as well. He's not going to be like Tony Adams or Patrick Vieira as captain. But one thing is I suppose he shows leadership by performance. And today I was very, very pleased with his performance. I'm going to give him an 8 because I was very pleased with him. He hasn't done anything to make me displeased this season. And hopefully he goes on to even do better than what he did last season. Absolutely. And he's capable of doing that as well.
Yep.
Agree.
Let's move on. Kai Havertz, take away the goal. I still think that was his best performance for Arsenal.
Absolutely.
Big up Bukayo Saka again, doing the Lord's work. Like you said, Jez, the crowd were all chanting, willing him, hoping, as we all are. We all want him to do well, but show us something. I thought even without the penalty, I thought he played all right today. Yeah, but he scored and dispatched that penalty, and it was almost like the hunched shoulders, the tense. Yeah, all of a sudden he's got that release. It's like he's been to a chiropractor and he's loose. What did you make of him, mate?
Yeah, I thought he did a decent job today. In fairness to him, respect, and I'll be one of the first people to say I've criticised him because I think he's been very poor. But today, I was so happy that when he scored that penalty, and well done to Saka and Odegaard for saying, "You take it, man," and he took it a very, very controlled penalty, in my opinion.
Hey, mate, the pressure was intense. I can't lie. If you missed that, he's finished.
His heart rate must have been a million miles an hour because I tell you what, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, fair play to the man. And you could see the relief. It's like he grew 4 inches. You know what I mean? And fair play to the Arsenal fans. They were relentless the whole game. And the fact that when he placed the ball down on the spot, they were giving it all the big ones, support and all that. And great. Well done, Havertz. I'll give you a 7 today.
Let's go to Gabby JEZ'S, Kenny.
Brilliant player. Brilliant game. He's fit and ready to go. He's going to make a difference. And and whether we win trophies. Make sure nothing ever happens to this player ever, because right now, he is a player that we need to be very massively. Can't wait to see him in Europe. Can't wait to see him against his old club. But today, I'm going to give him a 7 because I was really happy with his performance. He makes football look really, really easy, and he's carrying his mate Eddie at the moment.
Let's save Eddie for you. Let's go to Bukayo Saka, Jez. We didn't expect him to play. He got a goal off of the back of JEZ'S header that hit the crossbar post angle, whatever. We then get a penalty from Eddie, and he offers it up to Odegaard. We then get another penalty later in the game from Odegaard winning it. He then offers it up to Havertz. That's why I gave him man of the match. Yeah, he was doing more charitable work today than Marcus Rashford has done in 2023. Yeah, he was feeding more players today than anyone else. But he went off injured by the looks of it. And this guy, mate, it is what it is. Give me your rating for Saka today.
I thought it was class again. Lovely little knock-in from JEZ'S assist, apparently. Came off the crossbar to me. But there you go. People are making it out it was an assist. But, yeah, it does worry me about what's going to happen with this guy. But, yeah, nice. I mean, he doesn't score many goals with his head. And I can't remember another goal recently he scored with his head, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. Well played, Saka. Sorry to see you went off limping, and that does cause a concern. But, 7 for me.
Kenny, your mate, Eddie Nketiah, we was at his debut, which turns out to be exactly 6 years ago.
God, don't remind me.
October 17th.
Actually,
very quickly, you would also recall he scored twice that night, and the whole stadium was Eddie.
I stand to be corrected.
Norwich.
Yeah.
I swerved that game because I've had enough. No, but one thing I do remember about that game was DT and you nearly knocking me over when I was coming out of the gym in Caledonian Road.
Yes,
That's what I remember about that. DT was in his rage. I don't know what car it was. I know it
you had your holder over your shoulder, I remember.
Yeah, I had my holder coming out of the gym, and I'm across the road, and I then get swiped by you and DT in a car, in it. And I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, these two go to the opening of an envelope. But what a game you went to! 2 goals from Eddie Nketiah. And they won the game 2-1. Since then, he's pulled up trees. Well, yeah, pulled up trees. Not. Look, the thing is about Eddie Nketiah, if you can't play the game of your life when you've got someone like JEZ'S on the field, then you're never going to play well for us.
You got Saka behind you, and you can't play well.
You got Odegaard's creativity. You got Havertz who can pass the ball potentially, and you've got the work rate of JEZ'S. It's an open goal for you, mate. It's an open goal, and a team working its nuts off you. You've got to do better. You got to do better when you've got a team like Bournemouth that's low in confidence. You got to go for the kill. I'm going to give him a 5 because I'm disappointed. Again.
I'll give him a 5.
Let's go to subs. First sub. Let's go Reece Nelson. Unlucky not to start the game, Jez. Yeah. The manager sat in his press conference and said, "Oh, he's great. He's this, he's that." Fantastic. Before today, because Arsenal love a bit of PR, he scored that screamer, Reece, in the 97th minute. Before today, we have played 18 Premier League games. Since then, he has amassed 131 minutes. My Mac's bugging. 131 minutes before today of Premier League football since. What did you make of him when he came on?
I think he's a class player. I just wish he gets more game time, to be honest. Wasn't it against Bournemouth at the Emirates last year when he scored the screamer?
Yeah.
Right, win 3-2. Yeah, I just think we should give him more time. There's a very good player inside that bloke, and I have to say, if the time he's on the pitch, I'll give him a 6 because he gave it everything he could.
Let's go to Tomiyasu, Kenny.
Yeah, Tomiyasu is a steady Eddie. You know, he shores it up, does exactly what he's paid to do, never lets anyone down. I'm going to give him a 5.
Fabio Vieira, Jez.
Yeah, Gabriel Vieira. I'm not going to hate on the guy. He could have done a little bit more, in my opinion, but I'll give him an average 5. He did his job. Didn't rip up the pitch, unfortunately, but yeah, I'll give him a 5.
Emil Smith-Rowe nearly scored a brace.
Yeah.
2 good saves. The first chance, fingertip save. I'm not sure whether it was going in, but again, he's getting there, isn't he, Kenny?
He's getting there in fitness. But the thing is that he's got to, you know, he'd be a good. I suppose he'd be a good sub to bring on, you know, because he does know his way to goal. But you know, as I said to the fan camp, Mick Arteta is a user in a managerial sense, because you know, whilst Emil was vital to the way we were playing in 21 and 22, 23 and 24, he's yards away from the team, and I'm talking hundreds of yards away from the team, because there's just too many good players in front of him. You know, if you Odegaard, he could play the Odegaard position, but Odegaard's levels above him in terms of what he gives us. Then you've got Trossard, who's better than him in terms of experience. Then you've got Havertz, who's cost £65 million and won a Champions League. So, and then you've got Vieira, who the club have put a lot of effort and time into, and they've got big hopes for. So, where does that leave you, mate?
Yeah, you have to stand out.
I'm going to give Emil a 5, because I said he did try and make contribution again. He had more threat in front of goal than the player who started the game in our friend Eddie.
Let's go to last but by no means least, Jez. Jorginho
came on, didn't really see what he did. I have to be honest. I'm not being disrespectful. Didn't really see him do a lot. I just think he's lazy, I'll be honest with you, and made no impact in the game to me at all. And I have to give him a 4.
If you don't like the ratings, cry. We're back on Tuesday after, hopefully, we beat Lons. We're going to do a
Can't watch that match.
That game's going to be decent as well. Yeah, I think Lons have got, I may be wrong, but I think they played Strasbourg last night or tonight.
Well, I want revenge for 24 years ago. 25 years ago.
They won yesterday 1-0 against Strasbourg. Yeah.
But I want revenge, because they knocked us out of the Champions League, beating us 1-0.
And
25 years ago.
Stats, 13th in League 1. 7 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. They've got a -5 goal difference. Yeah, they're dusted. So we should beat them, but should have, could have, didn't, maybe could have.
Quick quiz question, right? When was the last time Arsenal scored 2 penalties in a game?
2 penalties in a game.
FA Cup game at the Emirates.
FA Cup game at the Emirates.
4th round.
Everton.
4th round.
Everton? No.
2012. Anyway,
What year?
2012.
Oh, 2012. That'd be against Aston Villa.
Correct.
Look at Kenny's knowledge.
They were 2-0 up. Aston Villa were 2-0 up, weren't they, in that game?
You're relentless. I swear down. You're relentless.
Do you know?
You know what I remember about that game? I remember bumping into Gladstone Small, who used to play for England, a cricketer, and I went, Gladstone, please tell me you're not supporting Aston Villa. And he said in his Barbadian Brahmi accent, that's exactly who I'm supporting, mate. So that's
Yeah,
how I remember that.
Arsenal won 4-2. Kenny, who scored the goal? 2 penalties.
I forgot. Shoot.
2012. That'd be Van Persie, Rosicky, Claire.
It's got to be. It's got Robin.
Yeah.
I just remember that game.
That era, right?
I just remember that game.
Was
Like,
Fabregas gone by then?
Van Persie, he was highest goal scorer that season.
Yeah, he got about 30 that season.
And then he left and went to Man United and won the league.
He went and got 30 for Man United in that season.
Won the league with a volley. Right, you know how this works, people. JEZ'S is going live, so make sure you go and sub to JEZ'S. Make sure you watch the live. I'll stick it out in the description. I'll also post it on the community because obviously, JEZ'S, you were supposed to be live 1 minute ago. So I'll whack it out in the community as well.
Lateness is greatest, as you say.
Exactly. Yeah, don't ever go live bang on time, mate. Trust me, the algorithm goes nuts if you go late. But anyway, we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 and rate the manager. 3, 2, 1.
7.
6.
Ooh.
6.
There we go.
Reason why I'm going 6 is because, you know, I was happy with the starting and all that, but his substitutions were strange.
Bit moody. You should have kept Havertz on. Yeah, that's the game you keep him on. Yeah, that's the game that you keep Eddie on. Yeah, that's the game you take Odegaard off. Yeah, fair play, you took Rice off. Saka only went off because of injury, otherwise he plays 90. Let's be real. You take Saliba off in that instance and bring Kivior on. Yeah. But yeah, I get that. Come on.
Hey guys, Lee, he won't boil your piss, but he's going to boil JEZ'S piss. As an ex-referee, the Premier League had just apologised for disallowing Diaz's goal. Because I can see JEZ'S eyebrows furrowing furiously, and he's thinking, and I was thinking, his piss is boiling because that was such a. It was Lee. When you watch Match of the Day or whatever the Spanish equivalent,
I'm going to watch the whole game. I didn't watch the game. I'm going to watch the whole game as soon as I finish
Trust
this.
me. And you tell me whether Diaz's goal was offside, and that was to, and then they have 2 send-offs. They have a goal to Salad and Spurs, and they score an own goal in the 95th minute. No wonder Liverpool fans are boiling piss.
Mate, always the victims. Yeah, always the victims. Yeah, and on that bombshell, Jez, obviously you're going live right now, mate. We're both on with you on Thursday for something that's extremely close to your heart. Yeah, and very important. Yeah, so shout that out as well, Jez. And nearer the time, going into next week, Tuesday, Champions League. Yeah, and obviously Monday on the podcast, we'll be promoting that as well. But give us a little breakdown quick, mate. I know you want to go live.
That's all right. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it's basically going to be a show, totally nothing to do with football. It's about basically how young people get bullied on social media on different platforms. It's basically very personal to me. It's about a young girl who had a very, very massive following on TikTok. She started a YouTube channel and she got massive hate. She's only 16, very lovely little girl. I've known her since 6 months old. And very sadly, she a week ago tomorrow, she hung herself. And it's very personal to me. And I just think if I can get a message out there to make people aware of this horrible situation, there's been amazing people that come and watch me. Warren's Team Talk, he's put a whole thing out there. He's put a whole petition thing out there to try and get awareness to these platforms. TJ Warren, other people have done it, and I think it's very, very important. And I think the fact is that us older tubers, whatever, it doesn't affect us because we've got thick skin, we're rhino skins. These young people put their faces out there. They do amazing.
Grown up on it, man. Grown up on that, ain't they? Yeah, they're not used to
it. You know another thing as well. It's essential that with our experience of being on social media, we're on it. Let's not forget, we all got daughters. Now, obviously, your daughters have got your daughters are a lot older than me and Lee's kids. But I'm telling you now, I've got daughters who you know, are right pickings for social media. They're teenagers.
Mm.
One wants to go to university. The other one wants to do other things. But we need, as parents, we need to be on this program. We need to talk about the pitfalls, because it's not just, as I said before, it's not just the abuse. It's the expectations. It's the rejection that these guys, or the fact that they're no longer wanted. The aftercare. This is really important what we ought to do, because it's not the trolling that these guys, you know, like may take their lives. It's because of the fact that they've had that and it's gone down like that. Cancer culture is another thing we've got to talk about, because cancer,
absolutely.
And that leads to the, you know, decreased mental health. There's so much things we've got to talk about with this, because it's not a topic that we can just like do, you know, just talk about trolling. There's loads of other things why these young people, beautiful young girls, beautiful young men, and beautiful people just take their lives.
Yeah, facts. Listen, you're going live right now. Big up to you, Jez, always. Kenny will be on that show. Obviously, we're doing the podcast on Monday.
Podcast.
Yeah, make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. Jez is live now. I'm going to post a community post. Get over there, show some love and support, and we're out of here, people.
Take care, everyone.
The Arsenal.
Look after yourself.